Warren Buffett, the man who's outlived most CEOs, outperformed nearly every fund manager, and outwitted Wall Street for over 6 decades, has officially announced that he's stepping down as CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. Yes, it's finally happening. The Oracle of Omaha is moving on, but the news has sent shockwaves through the global investment community. The question everyone's asking is, who's replacing him? And more importantly, what happens to Berkshire Hathaway next? This moment marks the end of an era and potentially the beginning of a new one. Whether you're a long-time investor or just curious about the future of finance, buckle up. We're diving into the full story behind Buffett's decision, the man stepping into his massive shoes, and what this historic shift means for Berkshire Hathaway, its shareholders, and the world of investing. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more real-time insights into the world of business and finance. Let's dive in. Section 1. Buffett's big retirement announcement. Warren Buffett stunned investors during Berkshire Hathaway's 60th annual shareholder meeting in Omaha by announcing his plan to retire as CEO at the end of 2025. At 94 years old, Buffett admitted that it's time to begin a new chapter, though he won't vanish completely. He plans to remain a guiding hand behind the scenes, offering advice and insights as needed. The announcement came at a momentous time. Berkshire Hathaway's Class A shares had just hit a record-breaking high of $809,350. That's not a typo. Over $800,000 for a single share. This milestone reflects not just the value of the stock, but the monumental legacy Buffett is leaving behind. Under his leadership, Berkshire Hathaway evolved from a struggling textile company into a $1.16 trillion powerhouse that owns stakes in everything from Coca-Cola and Apple to Geico and BNSF Railway. For decades, Buffett has been more than just a businessman. He's been a cultural icon, a voice of reason amid market chaos. So this announcement didn't just mark a leadership change. It marked the close of one of the greatest eras in business history. So who's next in line? The name is Greg Abel. If you haven't heard of him yet, get ready. You're about to hear a lot more. Greg Abel, 62, is Berkshire Hathaway's vice chairman and has been with the company for over 20 years. A Canadian by birth, Abel currently oversees Berkshire's non-insurance businesses, including major operations like the BNSF Railway, Dairy Queen, and Berkshire Hathaway Energy. He's known for being intensely private and modest, despite having a net worth close to $1 billion. He lives in Des Moines, Iowa, far from the glitz and glamour of Wall Street, and keeps a relatively low profile. But make no mistake, inside the business world, Abel is a heavy hitter. Buffett himself once said, "Greg understands Berkshire. He's been around the culture. He knows the people, and he will do a better job than I would if I were his age." Section 2. Investor and market reactions. So, how did the markets react to Buffett's announcement? Surprisingly, it wasn't a panic. In fact, Berkshire Hathaway shares stayed relatively stable. Some investors even welcomed the change, noting that succession planning has been part of the conversation for years. Many shareholders expressed confidence in Abel's ability to carry the torch. His reputation for integrity, operational excellence, and no-nonsense leadership has reassured investors that the company's decentralized culture will remain intact. Still, not everyone is convinced. Environmental advocates, in particular, have voiced concerns about Abel's leadership at Berkshire Hathaway Energy. The utility has faced criticism for continuing to invest in coal plants and lagging in the clean energy transition. These issues could become a flashpoint under Abel's leadership, especially as ESG, environmental, social, and governance, investing becomes more important to institutional shareholders. Section 3. The unmatched legacy of Warren Buffett. To understand what Greg Abel is inheriting, we need to take a moment to truly appreciate Warren Buffett's legacy. Buffett began investing at age 11. By his 30s, he had already amassed a small fortune, and by age 40, he had transformed Berkshire Hathaway into his investment vehicle. Over the next 5 decades, he would become the most successful investor the world has ever seen. Today, Berkshire Hathaway owns 189 operating businesses, holds over $348 billion in cash and investments, and remains one of the most respected corporations in the world. It's not just the scale that's impressive, it's the method. Buffett did it by sticking to a simple philosophy: buy great businesses at fair prices and hold them forever. But beyond the numbers, Buffett's impact is deeply personal for many investors. He taught generations how to think about money, risk, patience, and integrity. He famously lives in the same Omaha home he bought in 1958, drives modest cars, and eats at McDonald's. He's also one of the most generous philanthropists in history, having pledged to give away over 99% of his wealth, most of it through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Buffett leaves behind not just a business empire, but a moral compass for future investors. Section 4. What lies ahead for Berkshire Hathaway? With Greg Abel stepping in as CEO, what will change? According to those close to the company, not much, at least not immediately. Abel has said he plans to preserve Berkshire's decentralized model, allowing individual business units to operate with autonomy. However, he has also hinted at being a bit more hands-on than Buffett. While Buffett preferred to invest and let managers run the day-to-day, Abel's background in operations suggests he may take a slightly more involved approach, particularly in shaping business strategy, performance metrics, and sustainability goals. So there you have it. At 94 years old, Warren Buffett is finally preparing to step aside. Greg Abel, seasoned, steady, and trusted, is set to lead one of the most influential companies on the planet into a new era. Will Berkshire Hathaway continue to thrive? Will Abel rise to the occasion and build his own legacy? Or will the post-Buffett era reveal cracks in the armor of America's most beloved conglomerate? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. This transition marks a defining moment in the history of global investing. What do you think about Warren Buffett's retirement and Greg Abel's appointment? Can anyone really fill Buffett's shoes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most significant corporate shifts of our time, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more updates on the business leaders shaping our world. Until next time, keep learning, keep investing, and stay curious.